Hey, Gary here with update day 55 AI blogging. We're inside Google Search Console. You can see going up impressions here. We are looking currently at the last update for impressions. We see 225 impressions. If we were to go down here and sort by the highest number of impressions, we'll see that the best binoculars for stargazing, best binoculars for astronomy, telescope buying guide are some of the top pages or top queries that are getting keywords. But let's check out the pages that we're getting impressions for, because I want to look at two different types of searcher intents. Here we have how to memorize the planets and best binoculars for astronomy. When you click on that page and you go back to queries, you're going to see the impressions here, and we can sort on those by the biggest number of impressions. And it would be how to remember the planets. So we're going to copy that. And I want to take a look at Google, but I want to take a look at the Google Search Labs, or by using Google Search Labs, I want to look at what they affectionately call SGE, or Search Generative Experience. Here we'll click Try an Example. If you don't have this already, if you go back and you click on this little Search Labs icon here, it'll take you and you can sign up for it. But when you click Try an Example, it takes you to an example. And I did an entire walkthrough or first look at this here on the channel. I'll leave a card up in the corner as well as a link in the description. But what we want to search for is take a look at what this looks like for our keywords that we're working here on our blog, our AI blog. Here you can see it's thinking about what it wants to do, or it's thinking about what it needs to do to generate the AI experimental information. Here you can see it says generative AI is experimental, info quality may vary, but then it gives you some mnemonics for how to remember the planets. Over here you have a breakdown, or you have these thumbnails where it pulled the information and then sort of collected it for you. And you can see these are our top competitors. If you click this icon here, it'll break it down. It'll show you the sites, and then it will show you where each one of these pieces of information came from, tied to each site and each little icon here. And then again, you're looking at your competition. Go ahead and go back to the main screen. There are some follow-up questions down here. And below that, you have the snippet. The idea here is no matter what, even if you're using the AI to blog, or if you're writing the blog yourself, or if you're outsourcing it, this is what it's going to look like in the future. But I just want to check and see if we scroll down a little bit where we are in the order of things when it comes to this keyword. And we get down to more results, and you can see that we are not ranking yet, but after we get more results, or what I would call page 2, you can see right here, here is where we are. Now let's take what we actually put in our snippet here, or in our excerpt, and let's copy this mnemonics to help memorize the order of planets with and without Pluto. Let's go ahead and copy that. Then let's put that in the SGE and get the AI experience. Here you can see the snippet is the first thing to show up. Then it generates the result. Then you can see here we have the same grouping of top results. If you were to scroll down, you would see that basically that is the top results right here. They're showing up here. And then the AI is pulling the information and giving you a collective snippet here versus the old snippet that you see down here. Again, if you toggle that, you can see the top post. We'll go ahead and close that, but you get the idea of what the generative AI and the experiment is doing. It's pulling the information from the top post, the posts that are ranking, then it's giving you the snippet as it pulls out the information and collectively displays it, or pulls the information and then creates a summary based upon that information, versus the old snippet, which would just basically copy and paste it for you to see straight from the Art of Memory. Whereas up here, Art of Memory, if you scroll over, let's see, is it showing up? Yes, it's here in this scroll box. It is the third one over, or the last one, the sixth one over, which actually wins the snippet. So in the AI generative experience, or SGE, it no longer is quote unquote winning position 0. Then here you have Wikipedia, magnetic memory. Let's scroll down and see where we are in the ranking order here when it comes to this keyword. And you can see here we are on page 1 for a simple trick, how to memorize the planets in order, when we're looking for this phrase here that we actually put into our snippet. So, or into our excerpt. Hopefully we'll see that increase and see clicks start to come to us sooner than later. Next up, let's go back to the query. Let's go ahead and go back to performance and zero that back out. And sort again by impressions and look at these keywords, best binoculars for stargazing, and take a look at the difference in the SGE experience based upon the fact that this is a different searcher intent. This is the intent, or this would appear to be the intent of best binocular for stargazing. It's going to be the top picks. This is going to be someone looking to buy a set of binoculars or looking for information to buy. And you can see here the generative AI, or SGE, is now giving you information based upon the top ranking sites, just like we saw before, but also going down when you scroll here, it is going to recommend or give you a listing of the top sellers of these binoculars here in order. If you click show more, it's just going to show you more binoculars. So these are linking out to actual brands where you can click and buy the product. Now, if we were to click here, you're going to see again, it's going to break that down. It's going to give you information on how or the best way to choose binoculars, and then scroll down. It's going to go back into the best binoculars again, linking out to those pages or sites that are for sale. So if you scroll down, you'll see here there is no snippet when it comes to best binoculars. It is just links to websites where people have listed or done reviews, where they've collectively brought together all of their best picks, and they're giving you that information. Now, as far as our site, if we scroll down, let's see where we are in the pecking order here, where we are when it comes to ranking, and we'll scroll down and we'll see if we are on the first page. And we're going to keep scrolling. We're going to keep scrolling, and we'll scroll past that, and we'll keep scrolling. Of course, you can check this inside of Google Search Console. It's just more fun when you scroll here to see if you actually see it versus looking at the number. And you can see right here, we did have to scroll. And the whole time I was scrolling and talking, you can see how far we are down on the page. But universeunriddled.com, the best binoculars for astronomy, top picks for stargazing in 2023. Let's go ahead and do this real quick and copy that and go ahead and look at what the AI gives us when it comes to this. Here you can see space.com wins out again. And you can see here that an AI-powered overview is not available for this search. So this keyword, if someone was to type in top picks for stargazing in 2023, currently in this experiment does not generate a search. Therefore, you can see that the snippet here, this order of the best binoculars of 2023, their top picks, comes from space.com. Again, that's a snippet, and that's a result that Google is giving the searcher. If they were to click on more items, it would take them over to space.com. And then if you come back and you scroll down again, because there is no SGE experience, there is no experiment AI, it's not picking this keyword up and saying, let me put together the top information and let the AI provide the information instead. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way, and we'll show it off here in the search results. And we're just going to scroll down here again, just for the heck of it, even though I wasn't really trying to rank for this term, but it is part of my title. We'll go ahead and say more. This will be page 2. And you can see here, we don't even show up for that keyword, top picks for stargazing in 2023. But like I said, you can come back over to this and look at these queries here, best binoculars for stargazing inside of Google Search Console. If you want to check your average position for that query, you can see it right here. You don't have to go over to Google and do a search, but it is a lot of fun. So let's grab another term here, astronomy for beginners. Take that keyword back over to Google, SGE inside of Search Labs, and see what the AI generates. Here you can see sky and telescope. Again, there's no snippet here, but this is interesting. You can also see that the keyword, a very short tail keyword, astronomy for beginners, the AI is not giving you information like it did for some of the longer tail keywords that we saw. So in this case, if you can rank for astronomy for beginners at the top here, you are going to have the same experience, meaning you as the content creator, your content is going to be shown because there is not going to be an AI-powered overview. It's going to be the traditional first result, people also ask, and then the additional results as Google sees them as the top ranking articles or blog posts for that query. So if you can show up on the first page, you are back in business. because the AI in this experiment currently, there is no AI-powered overview available for this short tail keyword. Let's see if we were to go a little longer here and say astronomy for beginners near me. This changes the search intent. And you can see here now it's saying get an AI-powered overview for this search. Of course, when you say near me, you're looking for something that's going on. So you can see here, this search is looking for astronomy for beginners near me, people that are interested in astronomy and they're interested in what's going on locally in their own space. We'll go ahead and click generate and see what the AI does for this. Again, this is changing the search intent, but you can see here now that this is giving you the same or really the same kind of feel for the information that you saw on the snippet, but it's just breaking it out a little different. But you did have to take that next step and you had to say, okay, let me generate this AI experience. And then also down here, ask for follow-up, where to start learning astronomy. Or here's another long tail. Let's go ahead and check this one out. What is the first thing to learn in astronomy? You can see here that's going to start generating, and now we've moved fully into the AI experiment of the SGE, and now we are looking for the information, or now we are getting the information it's looking for, compiling as the AI is looking for that information. So if we were to go up here, and again, what is the first thing to learn in astronomy? We want to copy that. We want to go back to what would just be Google, the original Google, and type that in and go ahead and see what this long tail keyword does. And you can see here we have a snippet, and then the AI generates its experiment or its information in the experiment. And again, we're looking at a longer tail keyword to get this AI experiment. And again, you can click over here and you can see the results. At the end of the day, it's really just a way, or they are changing the format instead of giving you the snippet, or giving you the snippet, which is going to be below the generative AI experiment and the information that the SGE is pulling. But again, all this information about where you rank and the impressions you're getting is all inside of Google Search Console. I just wanted to walk through the Google experiment inside the SGE to give you an idea of what's going on there. If this video was helpful for you, give it a thumbs up. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next update. Bye.